Nashville studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. Adam Vingan in for Willy Donick once again. Today, Derek Mason, Nick Frazier, we're all here in the confines of our air-conditioned studios. Thank you, Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Yesterday, we were out at Titans Seahawks joint practices at St. Thomas Sports Park. Chase and Big Joe were just out there. Practices underway at St. Thomas Sports Park. It was a fascinating first day of joint practice. A lot happened on the field. It was cool to be able to watch it and broadcast at the same time. It was a bit challenging too, because you're trying to watch what's going on the field while also making sure that we entertain you, our lovely listeners. But all in all, I feel like we juggled that pretty well, Derek.
Yeah, I think we did. It was hot as fish grease out there.
And it's even hotter today.
It's even hotter. So fish grease mixed with some whatever kind of grease you want to add into that. But it is hot today. So I commend Big Joe and Chase for being out there today. They didn't get the brunt of the heat. We would have got the brunt of the heat. And we would have been doing half of it by ourselves, like nobody out on the field. So
yeah, by the time practice ended yesterday, in the final hour of our show, practice was over, news conferences had been held, and it was just us out there. Fans had left. It was just us and the grounds crew at St. Thomas Sports Park. It was serene, but also a little bit weird to just be the two remaining people left at St. Thomas Sports Park. But yes, by the time I got back into my car after the show, you could have cooked an egg on my dashboard. Had to crank that AC all the way to max. But it was an interesting day out there yesterday. And as updates come in from those who are at practice, we will bring them to you. Of course, there are certain aspects of practice that can be reported on in live time. There are aspects of practice that cannot be reported on in live time. So we won't get the majority of the updates until after practice concludes, shortly after noon. We'll also go live to Tennessee Titans coach Brian Callahan's post-practice news conference. We will carry that live in the noon hour. But the big story coming out of Titans training camp practice, joint practice with the Seahawks yesterday, was the connection, or I guess yesterday, lack thereof, between Will Levis and Calvin Ridley. And I'm reading a story from Nick Suss in the Tennessean talking about their lack of cohesiveness yesterday, meaning Levis and Ridley. And Suss writes, on the two plays that mattered most, the two go route balls Levis heaved in Ridley's direction. Ridley beat Reek Woolen both times twice